So it's nearly that time where the full moon is going to be its fullest in the sky. So that's going to happen in the next couple of days. Many of you are probably noticing you can see that moon nearly at its fullest in the sky over the next couple of evenings. And just like the moon swells and get bigger during this time, I find that a lot of us will literally, who are sensitive or very in tune with that energy, or who are due on at this time, you will definitely be feeling some of that energy. You know, you may feel more of a tense swelling in your body, especially around your stomach or womb area. You may be feeling more bloated. You may be holding on to like excess water. And also I feel like with emotions, I think for a lot of us, whether you're due on or not, whether you're male or female, or however you see yourself, that you don't have to necessarily be having a menstrual cycle or at this time to feel the energy of the full moon. And it can really amplify for a lot of us, like emotions and things we may have been suppressing or playing down, and we find this is the time where they literally rise up within us, and the emotions start spilling out. It's a thing, and it can happen because we are connected to everything around us in nature. You know, even I myself have spent the last couple of days like really upset and really low and tearful, and just a lot of sadness I think I've held, like for other people or the world or myself. Like it seems to be coming out, and I do know because for a while it's like I definitely felt like I've been suppressing it. So that can happen. Now, those of you who do suffer, you know, with a lot of like premenstrual syndrome or symptoms before your period, like the PMS. So just a little eye opener on this. So just to kind of share, like if you do feel you are getting those feelings of anger, depression, irritability, the water retention I just mentioned, you know, maybe some premenstrual acne, one thing you can kind of do is look at like where in your life you are feeling angry or frustrated about something, or something that needs to change. You know, are you letting anyone invade your boundaries in an unhealthy way? Are you unhappy about any situations in your life, but then in denial about it the rest of the month? So like I was saying, suppressing things down. And do you give yourself enough space to allow your feminine sensitivity to come through? Or, you know, do you desensitize yourself, you know, with society? Because it all kind of ties in and is connected. And I think as women, we do need to really appreciate ourselves more and allow ourselves that space and that time. And interestingly, like when I just was doing from my Sacred Oracles deck, which I love because they're all to do with the menstrual cycles. So when I just pulled a card from this, I haven't recorded it because I don't think I've got enough space on here at the minute to edit. But the card that came out, I'll try and upload a picture, is number 24, the Empress card. And I feel like that ties in perfectly to that, because this card is all about stepping back from the demands and endless expectations that, you know, you will go through, and where you continually are providing for others. This Empress card brings a distinctive approach to the feminine wisdom of care and boundaries. So it's about providing that for yourself. She embodies the sense of one surveying her queendom, carefully taking stock of what flows and what or who has to go. And the Empress imbues nurturance in unique ways, seeking stability between what's right for her and what's best for the collective. Deeply connected to the one true Great Mother, Mother Earth, she prioritizes being in equilibrium and so calls on you to create balanced dynamics in your own life. So this is all about creating a balance and allowing yourself that space to connect to yourself and to your feelings and to your sensitivity and to your divineness as a woman. So the Empress is a reminder that the choices to say no, to step back from a partnership and speak confidently about your needs are all steeped in sacred sovereignty. So your self-confidence in decision-making can be strengthened by spending time in communion with the earth as you step outside daily happenings to remember the big picture. So feel the interconnectedness and harmony that exists within the natural world. So really have a think about where you potentially may need to stop questioning yourself and trust that you have the right answers within you. And that's one thing I'm always big on, is empowering you to go within, because we all have the answers within that we are searching for. Sometimes, we might search externally for them, or we look for others for those answers, but we have that within. And as women, we need to learn to trust ourselves more with that. I know it's hard in the world we're in, and it's designed to make us not trust ourselves, but honestly, you have such innate power and wisdom within you. And especially when you're having your monthly cycle, that is your time to go inwards, where that will be at its peak. You are so spiritually connected at that point. So any guidance or insight that you need, just call upon your spirit team, your ancestors, your guides, your teachers, for their help and assistance as well. And just remember that you are all queens, literally. I love saying that, because we as women need to remember how sacred and special we are, and really show that love and nourishment to our bodies. And I think that's really important. And I also feel like for a lot of people as well, they may be going through periods of time where they are very disconnected from themselves, maybe, whether that's emotionally, physically, or mentally. And I feel like for a lot of women as well, there is a lot at the moment of like people having their irregular cycles, and they might come and go. They're not as regular as they used to be. They could be shorter or longer than usual, and that's not great for the body. That is a sign within that something is up. Okay, so some natural things you can do to really try and get back in touch with your body is, obviously, where you may need to seek medical advice if you suffer from those kind of symptoms, especially if they're prolonged or severe. Where you can, though, try and look for some type of sympathetic holistic doctor who can also help you with the natural medicine, such as like your acupuncture, herbs, body work, because those symptoms will clear up when you get the right help for your body. But I do feel a lot of it intuitively as well is when we shut off from our aspects of being a woman and our uniqueness, and like I say, the ability to feel. And this modern society and the world we're in can often desensitize us to that. So it's allowing yourself to be that. So when it comes to food, if you are struggling with irregular cycles, now avocado can be amazing for that. It's got a strong effect on the pineal gland, and it can help bring your cycle back to regularity. So eat at least half an avocado a day for a month if you can. It doesn't have to be that often, but it is definitely something that can help with that light therapy. So again, some people believe this can help. So sleeping with the light on at the time of the full moon, or even if you can leave your curtains a bit open, and if you're lucky, the full moon light then shines in. Essential oils I really recommend is Clara Sage, Melissa, and Rose. They can really help to stabilize your cycle. So you can mix them with a carrier oil, apply them to your stomach area, or you could apply a few drops into your bath. And just really looking at where stress is holding up in your life and in your body, because the tension can really throw your cycles off as well. So, maybe some more self-care, regular massages, looking after yourself, and where can you have more fun in your life, and looking at trying to achieve and develop like an outer world, but not at the expense of your soul development. Okay. And just be really mindful of that. There are a lot of herbs as well that can be really beneficial and useful. That is something I personally want to learn about more, because I feel like herbs in all cultures, that there's always a herb and a remedy for whatever ailment it is you have. So if you do feel like stress is a particular factor, like you would want to try and look for something that's a relaxing type of herb, such as chamomile. That could be really helpful. So these are just a few kind of things maybe to think about with regards to your cycles. And yeah, just really think about some of these things and how they're affecting you. And also feel free to share with us, like, has your cycle been affected recently or over the last couple of months? Do you suffer with PMS? Are you really honoring yourself as a woman? Because I think this modern world we're in, and I do strongly believe, like, there is so much that desensitizes us and takes us away from the natural wisdom and healing of the earth. And I do strongly believe that too much time spent around electronic devices, because the electromagnetic frequencies, they do interfere with the body and the hormones and the radiation that is caused. And over the last couple of years, with people spending more time inside or at home or isolated and alone, it's like there's definitely an increase in this blue light technology and all the technology. So really think about, can you reduce that and reduce your exposure to that, because that will also help your body and your energy field too. So like I say, guys, feel free to share if you have been feeling any of these particular symptoms, or you've been struggling with your cycle at the moment. And thank you so much for listening. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you.